like quite a few people I've known, I grew up in a Christian home, but I didn't really understand what it meant to be a Christian or have a relationship with God. I had a reverence for God and I grew up believing in Him, but didn't really know what it meant to surrender my life to Christ, and I really thought it was more about rules. My time in college is one of the best ways for me to explain the drastic change that Christ had in my life. Purpose and belief and meaning has always been something really important to me, and what I believe really drives me to do everything that I do. So before I had a relationship with Christ, I was trying to find that purpose and identity in how well I did in school. I was also in a relationship with someone my first 2 years of college, and it was good, but eventually I realized I was also putting my identity in that relationship and idolizing it. A lot of the first 2 years of college was me figuring out how I was doing based on what other people thought of me and based on how well I was doing in school and if I could keep everything going regarding that. However, the summer between my sophomore and junior year, the relationship I was in ended. We both wanted God at the center of our lives and at the center of that relationship. However, since I had not even surrendered my own life to Christ, we could not yet live together for God. So I went into that summer both heartbroken and confused about what God was doing. But that summer I also really learned a lot. I am really thankful that the Lord kept drawing me closer to Him, and I had other people helping me to really see the truth about God. Through this time, I learned that I had really not been putting Christ at the center of my life like I thought. I was doing a lot of things for Him, like going to church and reading the Bible and journaling, but my heart was not there with it. So at the end of the summer, I finally understood that joy and purpose and satisfaction comes from Christ alone, and I surrendered my life to Christ. I finally knew that I had real purpose and joy in God. Our purpose is to know Him. He made each and every one of us out of love so that we could have a relationship with Him. But we sin and turn away from Him. In my sin, I personally looked for my identity in school and in others' approval of me in relationships. But until we put our lives in God's hand and find the foundation of life in Christ, we won't find that satisfaction. I was constantly worried about how I was doing and looked to others to decide how I was doing. I cared about approval from other people, and I put relationships on a pedestal, and they never really could bring me joy or purpose because we aren't perfect, only God is. Nothing can really satisfy our souls apart from God. Once Jesus became the center of my life, it was a night and day difference. I cared about others truly and wanted them to know this real meaning in life. I got involved in a ministry, and now I'm a full-time missionary because my purpose, just like everyone else, is to know our Creator, Jesus, and have a relationship with Him. I love sharing Christ with others, and that is why I do what I do.